I'm similar to the Thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make your kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Carcanine jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Boniqua mommy screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me, a big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia, getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck her till her nose bleed. Even if the new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in you. You want that old thing back?
Like B-I-double-T-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious, known for busting in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. How come you come, we're coming back to maybe. How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis facing me the faces? When y'all coming, y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera rolling. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back. I'm looking like bitch, my swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back.
Like Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares of girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, let's dwell on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hundred's in the crib, please send her in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clips had to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peep the funk flow, really though. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen this, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split. Shit.
All right, what's up, everybody? Probably going to be a quick one today because really nothing's changed. I didn't stream Wednesday just because nothing changed at all. Um, More or less review anyone that I guess this is really for anyone that hasn't been paying attention, or if you're still wondering where my stance is, guys. Just a quick refresher. I have been buying since this week, Monday, June 1st, 2026. So we're going to actually put a little note just to track, like, hey, here was our first DCA buy. Let me see if I can like lock this down. We'll lock it. I'm going to bring it to the front. I'll actually think I'm going to unlock it and just move it like here. Put like a line down. That way we know. That way everybody knows. Guys, I've been buying once a week for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So I guess at the end of this week will be my sixth buy, if that makes sense. What a dollar cost average is just buying little amounts each week to spread risk over time, primarily so that I can average down, especially if we go into the 50s or possibly 40K area. And again, primarily the reason for this is we're seeing macro reversal signals. We're seeing volume dropping, we're seeing divergences form, we're seeing our monthly giving lots of indications here. And technically, we only have 13 weeks left of the bear market, technically speaking, if you're looking at history. So, could we go lower? Sure. But we also have monthly RSI hitting that level we like to hit for bear market bottoms. Just to showcase this, here's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. And yes, technically we hit below 40 and we were at 19,000 on that monthly close, 18,000. Still a great area to buy. We dropped all the way to 15.5. It was only about a 15% drop from that first buy. So you got to average down, which is great. So again, if there's any confusion, more than happy to answer it. But my strategy has been pretty simple. I started seeing reversal signs. Plus, we're down 55. I think we're down 55% from all-time highs, top to bottom. Yeah, almost 55%. So is it my ideal place to buy? No, I'd rather buy in the 50s and 40s, but I can't ignore reversal signs, right? Because there is, the old saying goes, like, market's going to do what it's going to do. Just because you think it's going to hit 50, just because you have indicators that says it's going to hit 50, doesn't mean it's going to hit 50. The market does what it does. If it wants to do another leg lower and hit 56, 55, 52, whatever it might be, then perfect, right? Then I'll continue to buy. What I'd hate to see happen is if we jolt up and then we just go up from here. I'd like this to be a nice big long range so we can accumulate this whole area. Hopefully get an average somewhere in the lower 50s. Again, part of my strategy is if we do go lower, I buy more. So like this week, for example, we're sitting at 63.7. I'll probably do like a lower DCA buy. Again, a lower DCA buy is just a small bit lower than I normally buy. So like, let's say I'm buying $3 worth. If we're going down, I'd buy like $2 worth this week just because we're up a little bit and I want to save a little cash for if we go lower to make my average go down. Yeah, so that's it for the weekly and monthly. I want to look at the daily. Real quick, Dorian, one more sleep. Yeah, dude, I still think McGregor's gonna win. I actually think McGregor's gonna knock out Holloway, and I love Max Holloway. I hope Max Holloway proves me wrong, but I think McGregor is just better. He's bigger, stronger. He's had time to give his body rest. I know people are saying like, oh, McGregor's never going to be able to last like 5 rounds or whatever. And I think he will. He's not an idiot. He's a great fighter. He's probably been training behind closed doors. Even if it's not like significant training, he's probably still training, right? He's always been in shape. So, who knows? We'll see what happens. I just want to take a look at the daily, guys. And again, nothing's really been happening here. It is kind of a holiday period in the States. Lots of people taking time off. Lots of people on vacation. It's summertime, really good weather. So, and you're seeing that visibly, right? We have extremely low volume for the last like 7 to 10 days in here. Price really not doing much. Like, yeah, okay, we bounced a little bit. Now we're kind of consolidating a little bit. Not a lot happening. I personally think we come down a bit because volume was so low on the climb. Doesn't mean it absolutely will happen, but I would like to see at least a double bottom form. I think it'd be clean. You'd hit that support level again, low volume again, kind of giving us the idea that price should drop. Now, if price drops with super low volume all day, that is a buy all day. Plus, I'd like to see this drop just for the sake of my dollar cost average. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm biased on a drop, but indicators is also like saying we should drop. Plus, nice we get a nice third divergence here coming back down and support a nice third divergence here. Nice momentum divergence. So it makes sense to drop. Hopefully we do. 4 hour, not much other than bearish divergences between these highs, right? So, again, lower time frame saying that likely going to drop here. I'm not really going to look at the 1 hour. I do want to look at the S&P 500 real quick. Yeah, just moving sideways. This is what we want to see. We want this thing to cool off a little bit. We've just been absolutely shredding upwards. And the VIX proving that too, going lower. Color dominance, guys, still same story. Again, I know this is some super boring stuff because nothing's happened. It's really just a review. And I guess talking about interim stuff today is going to be super quick, like 10, 15 minutes. Not saying I don't have time, but again, I don't really want to talk about the things that we've been talking about nonstop. All of the prior live streams are on YouTube if you need a refresher or need to watch them. Something tells me this bear market is going to last longer, and something also tells me we go lower. Just, I don't know, when I'm staying patient. But if we don't go down more in range, like you said, I may FOMO. I mean, you could be right. Just curious, why have you chosen MACD as one of your indicators of choice? I've used MACD for like years. Honestly, I don't really pay attention to it much. Mostly I'm using price action, divergences, and just historical preference. But because MACD has a historical preference on like the weekly and the monthly, it can be useful. I'm not a huge, first of all, I'm not a huge proponent of any single indicator. Like I use things in tandem with each other. And there are thousands of indicators out there. So, my system works good with this. I've been pretty accurate in predicting like near the top and near the bottom of the last couple cycles, right? Started buying at 17.5 on this drop, sold at 100K. Was this the bottom? No. But was it close? Yes. Was this the top? No. But was it close? Yes. Is this going to be the bottom? Probably not. At least I hope it's not. I hope we go lower. I'd love to send some bigger buys in the 50Ks. But yeah, I mean that's why I use it. It's just always worked for me. So why not use something like why don't fix it if it's not broken or whatever that saying is. I said it ultimately because I believe the bear market will last longer. No way it doesn't last long, right? Well, I mean every bear market has lasted pretty much the same amount of time. So I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to miss out again because they think the 4-year cycle is broken when there's no evidence that it is. Right. Like literally, other than 2013 to 15, that being 56 weeks, again, you're off by 4 weeks compared to the last two bear markets. So I think historical preference goes a long way here. I also have no idea why everything just got locked. So hopefully I can figure that out. But yeah, I guess we'll end with Bitcoin dominance. Again, not a lot happening here. Guys, I don't really analyze this chart anymore because there's 50 million altcoins. I think that kind of disrupts a lot. One thing I will say is I am not buying any alts probably ever again until they absolutely cleanse the altcoin space. And it's not that I don't think some of these altcoins can't do well. I think some of them will do very, very well. But give you Mana as an example. I mean, we haven't seen gains and we're back at prices back to November 2020. I think an absolute monumental cleanse needs to happen to the alt space or altcoin market, alt space in general. And look, when I say some of these will perform, yeah, I believe that some of them will perform, but there's 50 million coins. How are you going to pick the right one? I just don't have time for that. I don't care about it. Look, if Maybe like Ethereum this cycle does a 10x and Bitcoin does a 5x. I still don't care. Maybe Ethereum does, but last cycle pretty lackluster, right? We didn't even break highs. We didn't make any gains. So anyone that's been holding Ethereum since 2021, you haven't done anything. You haven't made any money. You've actually lost money if you bought it in November, but hopefully you would have bought somewhere down here. But even still, you've just been sitting in this sideways trend. And look, maybe this goes sideways and breaks out and goes to 20K. Great. I think that's awesome. But I still don't care. I'll be a Bitcoin holder. I'd rather take and I don't want to say guaranteed 400 to 600%, because nothing in this market's guaranteed. But if I can make 400 to 600%, I'm happy. Yeah, it makes sense. I always ignored the past and just used RSI with price action. Been throwing on charts late. It looks pretty crazy on Fart Coin. Curious if it turns into a big move. Yeah, like I said, I'm not looking at alts. I'm not wasting my time. Alts are dictated by Bitcoin and mostly manipulation. And if some random whale just starts buying a shit ton of it, I just have no interest. There's no one uses altcoins for anything. Like altcoins have literally no use at all. Even like Bitcoin barely has a use. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I know today was fast. I know today was boring. It's really just a refresher of my standpoint, give you a little bit of read on the day and where I think things are going. I hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll be watching the UFC on Saturday. Maybe we'll watch it in Discord, but I think I'm going to go somewhere and watch it, so not sure. But with all that said, guys, always remember, be patient, use risk management.